Hello, you all. Welcome to my channel. Uh, First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Jamira, and I am new to trucking. And basically, this channel is going to be just let's talk about trucking. Do want to first of all say if you like what you see, please feel free to comment, subscribe. Uh, as far as liking any comments that you see. And if you have any suggestions for my channel, please feel free to make any suggestions as well. Again, I am new to trucking. This first video is going to be about my experience with Roadmaster Trucking in Millington, Tennessee. So I did write some things down. So if you see me kind of look off, it's basically because I wrote some things down so that I want to touch points on. So that's basically what I'm looking at. So the first thing, I'm just going to give you my pros and my cons as far as my entire experience goes. I had decided to leave my job where I was basically working for a company providing customer service for about close to 30 years is all I've ever done. So I decided to step out on faith and do something new, completely out of my comfort zone and go into trucking. I have since acquired my CDL thanks to a whole lot of people. Driving Academy, I do want to give a shout out to Driving Academy for the notes and the pre-trip inspection videos. I did look at those as well. I also want to thank different people for inspiration to keep going in spite of challenges and things that you go through in life. There are several different channels that I can go into for that. I don't remember them all now, but I will go into a video on that later. So let's get into the pros and cons. I don't want to be long before you, so I definitely want to try to get this done as quickly as possible. So being so new to trucking, please share with me if maybe my expectations of Roadmaster were too much, or that they were unreasonable. So with that being said, let's get into the pros and cons. So basically the pros are you are on a schedule Monday through Friday. The loan is accessible to just about everyone as far as getting into the school. They do have an open door policy to the staff. So if you have questions during the time that you're there, most people are very approachable. You can ask them any questions and they'll try to make accommodations as necessary or when they can. So that's basically what I saw in my experience. Most of your requests are in training are heard. Some of them are not honored, but they do hear and they make every attempt to honor your request. As far as if you are not getting what you need from a certain instructor, you need to be moved to another instructor. That is after you've gotten out on what's called a pad with your hands-on training in trucking. Most of your requests are handled and they are heard. Individual support from some of the instructors there is golden because they actually pay attention to you as an individual and they look at your strong suits as well as your flaws in regards to what you can and cannot do. And they also let you know what they can and cannot do. So they are not miracle workers, but they are there to help and assist as far as if you are attempting to get a maneuver accomplished, if you're attempting to have a better understanding of the pre-trip. Christy there on pre-trip was awesome. I definitely want to give a shout out to Miss Christy. As far as during the pre-trip portion of it, the facility size is great. They are currently remodeling. They do have, I think it's on a format about 30 or 40 acres of land, and they are still expanding. So you have plenty of room to expand they have plenty of room to expand as far as more trucks and more students are coming and going basically there. They do give you a sense of being a trucker. So you don't actually get there and feel like you're not a trucker. So you do get a sense of being a trucker as far as the lingo, the terms, as far as what you can expect. The staff there is basically accumulated of a bunch of uh, truckers from different companies. I think they may all be from Warner. I'm not sure, but the staff is very experienced, so they are happy to share their experiences with you as far as trucking goes, and the pluses and minuses as far as that goes. So the length of the course, it kind of fast tracks you to a trucking career. So if you're not looking to go to a school where you're in the school maybe 2 months, maybe even 3 or 4 months, I've even heard some schools go 5 months as far as going to school for trucking in the beginning. But they kind of fast track you, especially if you get there with your CDL permit already. I got there with my permit already. So even with me having my permit already, I was still there for like a month, basically because I had to do a restart, personal reasons. But other than that, I was still there for about a month. I actually had to take the skills portion of the test. That's what another thing that led me to be there a little bit longer. I could have probably been gone a lot sooner than the 30 days, but you're given 4 chances to pass the skills portion of the test. And prayerfully, and thank God, I give credit to God because I was successful in passing my skills on the 4th try. So that is basically how that went. But it was phenomenal. The entire experience was actually phenomenal. So with that being said, the last couple things I want to touch on as far as the pros, they work with everyone, not just experienced drivers, as far as coming in the door, and they work with new model trucks, so they are all automatics, which was a plus in my department. And you graduate ready to work. That's my last thing on my pros list. So you do graduate ready to work. And last but not least, we got to go into the cons. So with the cons, the first thing I said is that the structure needs attention. As far as when you come in with your CDL permit, you're probably in class for maybe one day. After that one day, you are sent to what they call the pad. Once you get on the pad, after you go over your pre-trip, you're pretty much on your own until they call you and tell you that you need to test out. So everybody there is kind of helping themselves and helping each other, trying to learn different things. And I would say they probably need more instructors, basically because when you go there, you're kind of just standing outside and you're left to try to piggyback off of somebody else that's actually getting ready to take a test in another field, as far as the different fields of the maneuvers and things of that nature. So I would say the structure needs attention. The other thing I said was they are short staffed. So some of the staff there, they are very experienced. Some of the staff there, people are begging to be with certain members on the staff, basically because they are more hands-on and they are more patient. So they definitely need to hire more patient and hands-on staff. They do not promote financial aid when you get there. There are different programs that offer financial aid, but they basically come in telling you that you can take out a loan. I think it's the American Job Center, as well as the Pivot program, and I may be saying that wrong, but the Pivot program and the American Job Center are 2 resources that you can go to as far as getting financial assistance to attend Roadmaster. So those are a couple of options. The next thing I said was a con, was there are a large amount of students that leave there not wanting to work for Warner. I think it's because of hearsay. I'm a person that pays attention to, I'm an analytical person, so I pay attention to detail. I do a lot of research on everything I do. So basically, they are, that you don't leave there with a sense of saying, I'm confident in working for Warner. they are Werner is strictly a supplement for most people living there, and that's as far as supplementing your income. When you come into school, they are basically asking you to quit everything that you're doing and to come to school at 100%. And I get it because of the safety concerns with truck driving. So it's actually led me to take on a whole new way of thinking and a whole new respect for truck drivers when I'm driving, period. So I definitely do understand the reason why they need that type of attention from each individual. And the other thing that I have on her as far as the cons is that you are outside. Please keep that in mind when you decide to make your decision to go into trucking school. And I know that may sound silly to say that because the only way you're going to learn how to drive a truck is outside. So please keep in mind that when you go to school, even if you are not physically driving a truck, you will be outside during all climates, rain, sleet, or snow. So make your decision based on that too. If you come to school with the permit, just be prepared to be outside quicker than the rest of the students there. Because if you don't have a permit, you'll be in a classroom setting for about 4 days, I think. And then after you do that, they send you to get your permit, and then you go outside. So those are the things that I said were the cons. The last thing I had on the cons is that you have to be your own cheerleader. Some of the instructors there do give positive reinforcement, and some of them do not. They're expecting you to have, some of them expect you to have some form of experience as far as driving a truck. And some people there come there not knowing anything about driving a truck. So, and when you finish a skill, when you're expecting to get a good or congratulations, it's absent. Some of them don't do that. And I know that I have to keep in mind that this is a male dominant industry, but I just think they could work on some of the positive reinforcement that's offered when you're doing the skills. Now, I do want to say one thing is that when I did complete passing that test on my 4th try, I felt like I came into a parade because the entire, like a large amount of the staff, as well as some of my students, my peers, they were very happy for me because it was challenging for me as far as taking that test. Again, with the skills test, you're given 4 tries to actually pass that skills portion of the test. So keep that in mind when you go. And I always say, stay encouraged. Don't give up and just keep shooting your shot if it's something that you're passionate about. This for me means generational wealth for my family. So that is the number one reason why I refuse to give up. So I just wanted to share this with you. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. I don't mind answering questions. And I just want to thank you for tuning in to my channel. I will be creating a more content in the future because I do want to talk trucking. Let's talk trucking. And I just want to talk my experience from the beginning to the end. This is the beginning, and I appreciate you all tuning in. Thanks so much, and you all have a great day. Goodbye.